And no, I still don't have my money back from that check that was washed in cash for $9,800. Time to generate some funds, so we're gonna move some soybeans. Putting another load of soybeans on the truck for delivery to Perdue tomorrow. Hey, I hear fire trucks. That's not a good sign. Man, they're really blowing on that horn too. I wonder if it's our local fire department or if it is our Navy fire department. It's the middle of the day, so it's tough to get the volunteers out for our local volunteer fire department. But our Navy base does assist with them because they're in the area. And let's see, that's our local fire department. They are really laying on that horn. I don't know what the deal is. New driver likes the horn sound? I don't know. Where are they going? They're slowing down. But they're still going south. Helicopter overhead, but that I don't believe is related to the fire or the accident. And I hear another truck coming south. I may have to be a fire truck chaser today. What do we got here? That's our local fire department as well. But I wasn't paying much attention. I don't think the trucks went past this farm over here. Okay, false alarm maybe? That truck just turned its sirens off? Maybe not, okay. It slowed down. Did not go past that farm. I hope there's nothing wrong with the neighbors over there. I don't see any smoke rising up. I have not seen an ambulance go by. Usually, well, sometimes the ambulance will call for assistance from the fire department for moving a patient. Interesting. Okay. Well, you know as much as I know. In the distance to the north of me, I do hear another siren. Maybe that's an ambulance. I don't know. All right, let's see what this one is going by. Maybe a cop car. Yes, we've got 2 cop cars. So maybe there's an accident over here in front of this farm. But still no ambulance, so that's interesting if it is a car accident. that new road is finally finished going down to Point Lookout. So we now have shoulders, 2 lanes with shoulders on each side. So we've got a nice wide highway now to increase speeds, so people can get in accidents now. But this is interesting that there's no ambulance. 2 fire trucks, 2 cop cars, but no ambulance. I hear sirens from the north. I'm sure it's the ambulance. It's gotta be. Yep. And that is not our local ambulance. They are from about 25 minutes away. So I guess our local ambulance could not get any volunteers out today. So that's why it took so long for the ambulance to get here. Well, it must be an accident of some type, I guess. Oh yeah, I see a car down in the ditch. Between the fire truck and the first police car, there's a red car down in the ditch, and it looks like they clipped the pole off, because that telephone pole, it's not electric wires, it's telephone wires. That pole is clipped. Okay, well, there we go. And as you can see, this is our nice new road here. We didn't used to have shoulders on the road. It was a narrow road, but that doesn't help things, because it's just going to increase the speeds on this road now that it's wider, and we're going to have accidents. There you go. Now you know as much as I do. Okay, I stopped at the hardware store. I had some work to do. This is about an hour later. There's a flatbed tow truck behind me, and I believe it has that car that was in the accident on there. Let's see. Yes, that's the red car. I don't know if you could see it or not. I'll try to get a picture off of the internet. One of the employees did see the picture on the internet. But yeah, that car hit that telephone pole almost dead on, and just broke the telephone pole right in half. Oh, that thing, it turned off and went into the garage back there. So yeah, I'm anxious to see what the deal was. If it was fell asleep at the wheel, texting on the phone, drunk, who knows? Don't know if it was a man or a woman yet either. Not that that matters. Of activity happening at the Perdue elevator this morning. There was actually a truck ahead of me dumping soybeans, but most everybody else is loading out. I think they're loading out soybeans. I've never seen a Perdue truck in here in all the years I've been coming in, but that truck pulling off the scale now, that is a Perdue truck. So I think we can haul. Initially, I was told when I made this contract for soybeans that I had to have them in by the end of February, and that's the way my contract is written, and that's not a problem. But I'm told they're going to be accepting grain until March 31st, so I've got to get clarification on that. I'm not really sure, but all of the trips I've been making in here hauling soybeans, there have been plenty of trucks in here hauling corn and soybeans out. Wow, it is dead in here this morning. Not a single truck. This is the first time in the 3 weeks I've been coming up here that there's not a truck loading out. Wow. Okay, two trucks pulled in behind me as I was pulling off the scale. We've got one bringing soybeans in to dump, and the one on the scale now, I believe he is hauling out. So I think they've had a couple of trucks in here this morning. I just happened to be at a lull. So, they are, one of the employees in there this morning, he's thinking they're going to be empty. They're going to have most of this grain moved out of here by March 31st, which is the last day for them to be open for accepting grain. So we'll see. Wow. Thursday, February 9th, and it's like 65 degrees out here. This has just been crazy weather that we've been having for February. Anyway, yesterday I think it got to 66 degrees or thereabouts. Anyhow, we've got a load of mulch coming tomorrow morning, so I've got to clear this area out. I've got to move all this old stuff, bring it to the front so we can make some room for the new mulch. So let's get it done. Okay, the load of mulch is here, so let's get it unloaded. Well, okay, the mulch is unloaded, so let me get on the truck here and take a load of soybeans up to Perdue. I see one truck in here loading out this morning. There could be a couple more behind the bins over there waiting to load. $51,900. That's about 525 bushels of soybeans. I saw one empty or one open door on the bin, so I guess they're getting close to the bottom of that one. Looks like we've got one truck around the backside here waiting to load, so I'm going to go around him since I am unloading. You gotta laugh. The guy under the loadout chute when I came in, he was filling with wheat. Now I see he's on the unload side. I guess he put too much wheat on there, and they kept hollering at him to pull ahead, and he wasn't paying attention. So that's what you get for not paying attention. You have to circle back around and take some off. Truck drivers, my God, what are you gonna do with them? Those are probably the guys that call themselves professional truck drivers. Get them off of the main road and they have no clue what to do. I've seen it many times down at the farm when we get something in and it's an over-the-road truck driver that has never been off of the blacktop, and they have no clue. This is truck driving school out here. They use this park and ride parking lot for trucking classes. Hopefully they get them off the road and show them something. I had a trucker come in to the farm. It's been a number of years ago now, and I think I was getting a load of seed or something. And to get out of our farm lane, it's a little tough turn, and you got to really cut it wide to get out of there without knocking the mailboxes over. So I usually explain to these truckers, if it's their first time coming in, how to get out of the driveway. Now, granted, I've never drove an 18-wheeler, but I've seen enough of them go in and out of our road to know kind of how to do it. So I started explaining to this trucker, you know, how to get out of our driveway. Oh, I've drove 1,000,000 miles over the road. I think I know what I'm doing. I'll figure it out. He didn't figure it out. He ended up in the ditch, and I had to go pull him out of there. Truck drivers. Have you ever had that happen to you? Yeah, I got too much on my mind, trying to get too much done, and just came down here, started everything up, forgot to roll the tarp back. Dummy. Yeah, what was I saying about truck drivers? They don't know what they're doing. I actually had to do some physical labor today. Gosh, imagine that. I had to shovel the last 100 bushels to finish loading the truck. So I've got the sweep auger ready to put in the bin so I can keep on going to clean this bin out next week. It is, what is today? Friday, is it February 10th? And this weather is just unbelievable. No complaints here. I can tell you exactly what the temperature is with our new weather vane there, or our weather system. 61.9 degrees. 61.9, yes, that is great. I actually saw someone moldboard plowing a small field today when I took that load of soybeans up this morning. I've seen a couple of people riding around in convertibles with their top down. Hey, good news. The government is going to allow us, did you hear that? The government is going to allow us to start putting fertilizer on our wheat next week. Starting February 15th, we now have permission from our government to start fertilizing our wheat. That is awful nice of our government to do that for us, to give us, the farmer, permission to put some fertilizer, nutrients on our wheat in order for us to make some money. I need to bow down to them, because that is wonderful that they're allowing us to do that. Just great. No, so because of our nutrient management plans here in the great state of Maryland, which is only going to get greater, we are not allowed to start putting any fertilizer down until March 1st or later. So starting, what is it, like November 10th or thereabouts? I think it's like from November 10th to March 1st. We cannot put any fertilizer down. If you're a dairy farmer, a hog farmer, a cow farmer, and your manure builds up over the winter, God help you, I don't know what you're going to do with it, because you can't put anything on the ground. November 10th to, or is it December 10th? One of those dates until March 1st. But because of the weather, they do some type of calculation for growing degree days. I'm not sure what the calculation is. I think it's just some government officials that think they have some power over the people, which they do, unfortunately, and that's not the way it's supposed to be. That just comes up with the date. I think they have dates in a hat, and they were probably sitting around on Monday drinking their coffee after the weekend and say, hey, let's pull a date out of the hat today and see when we're going to allow farmers to put fertilizer on wheat. And I'm sure the first date they pulled out was probably February 9th, and they said, oh no, that's too early, let's put that one back in and pull another date out of the hat. But I've argued this before and have not been successful. Maryland covers a wide variety of climates from, and we're not the furthest south in Maryland. Over on the eastern shore, there's one or two counties a little bit further south than we are. So we're here on the bay and the river, the ocean over on the eastern shore, north of us, Allegheny County in the mountains, and then towards the New Jersey, Delaware border. So it's a lot of climate variation. We probably have 4 or 5 different climate zones within the state of Maryland, but one date fits everybody. Go figure, one date fits everybody. So yippee, we'll see what the weather is next week. See if we can get out on the fields. It's supposed to rain this weekend, but that's my government. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna throw this sweep auger into the bin, and then I'm going up to the store. We're trying to finish inventory. We've got I think one more department, half of the plumbing department, and then I think we still have lawn and garden, I believe it is. We did get somebody else hired, so we're in the process of training that person. And no, I still don't have my money back from that check that was washed in cash for $9,800. So we are now going on, I think today is 6 weeks since it was reported. I reported it December 22nd. Today is, I guess that's, yeah, 6 weeks, 7 weeks. Still don't have my money, $9,800. I'm still waiting on my money. I guess one day we'll get it. All right, I guess that's enough for now. I think it's going to be a nice weekend, other than Sunday is supposed to rain a little bit on Sunday. So I don't really know what I have going on. But until then, I'm going to say, see ya.